I'm Phoebe.
I'm Rejoice.
And I'm Naomi.
Girls Talk is going to be us discussing some big topics that we think are really important that maybe don't get discussed enough in society. So how we're going to do it, there'll be a topic in here with a few questions. We're going to pull one out each and we're going to discuss it between us. We've got our biscuits, we've got our brews, and we're ready to go. How could I tell a family member or friend that they're negatively impacting my mental health? Because I think family's a big one with mental health, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they've almost seen you grow up, and then when you start acting a certain way because your mental health's affecting you, they don't really understand why, and then they're thinking, is it them? And then they try and either make up for it, or they get annoyed at you because they're like, you're so privileged, we give you a lovely home, and they start thinking it's about them, don't they?
Yeah.
When you see people's reactions and you realise people that care about me aren't looking after me the way I feel like they should do, or understanding me, it makes you worse, doesn't it?
Absolutely,
then?
It's like a cultural thing again. It's like from where they were, like when how they lived, it's like they didn't talk about things like that at all. Living in the UK is very much, we are very privileged in that sense, and you know, we have free healthcare and things like that, and it's like, well, you have all these things, why are you not happy? Like, why are you not appreciative of what you have? I'm not appreciating what I have. It's a mental, illness that's I can't.
It's just an imbalance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Say if you were really sick and you were just throwing up, and say if your family just went, okay.
And everyone else would be like, you're just leaving your child to be sick. But it's the
Yeah.
same thing,
They don't see the mental health issues.
Yeah,
Just like,
suddenly they can't understand it.
I suppose that's the issue then, isn't it? It's quite hard to talk about what's going on, even when you don't really know what's happening at the time.
When you don't understand it yourself.
It's the way they come across sometimes. It can come across a bit harsh and a bit like, I think they're more so frustrated at themselves that they can't solve your problems. It's like it's not your problem to solve, it's more so I need to deal with it myself.
I'm just letting you know, just so you know, and you're in the loop.
You're only in charge of your reaction and not what they say. But if they again choose to react in a negative way, it's just better to accept and then move on and look to people that will help you positively.
I think the best thing you can do is just be open, one with yourself. I think that's the first thing. Be open with yourself and your own mental health, and accept that this is who you are, and this is where you're coming from days to days. Because if you don't do that, then no one's going to understand where you're coming from. Really. You'll be forever knocking on a door that's not open. It's healing and it's recovery, and that's as much as it needs to be for anyone, any individual, for it to be healthy.
People are the way they are towards other people because something going on within themselves. So be a bit considerate with that too, and don't just, I wouldn't say to go up to them and just be like, you're ruining my life, you're causing me to have all these issues.
It's your fault.
But also be gracious and considerate of the fact that, you know what, they probably have stuff going on within themselves, so that distance, like you're saying, is
If you're giving respect, you should be giving respect.
Yeah.
How can you discreetly find help with mental health?
Young minds, they have various different, if you want to look at blogs and videos, they have those, but as well they have counsellors that you can just speak to. For some reason it feels comforting talking to a stranger, and even just googling just mental health resources for young people, there'll be quite a lot there, and because that's in your own time as well, so there's no one that's watching you, or that no one that would know exactly what you're doing. What
helped me the most was talking to people that had the same problems as me. A problem shared is a problem half. Engaging with people, because I feel like once it's an open conversation, you get everything off your chest, and it's like, okay, I've got someone to talk to now, and it can be a stranger and it can be someone close to you. Having a conversation, letting it all out to vent, but someone just to listen to you, that helps so much.
Like listening ears, isn't it? Just someone to be like, okay, this is where you're coming from, I understand now. If you're in education, I think one for me was with asking the colleges and universities as well. It seems like the most obvious thing, really, but even discreetly, just going to maybe a lecturer or going to seek that further education that you might need, that support that you might need.
Anyone who watches xRhythms or gets involved in our blogs, have a look at the end of some of our mental health blogs. There are some helplines on there. We've got the Samaritans, there's chat lines on there for young minds. 4 of us, different religions, different backgrounds, different upbringing. We didn't know each other before this job, have all had to deal with mental health. Makes me kind of think there's a lot of us out there. So if you were to open up to someone, I think it'd be very rare to open up to someone and then go, never, don't understand, never. Whether they cover it or not, I think everyone's dealt with it. This is a really important one. Do we have any tips for easing anxiety?
Well, like we said, it's chemical imbalance, isn't it? So what you consume anyway is going to have a major
A
effect
healthy
on
body is a healthy mind.
yeah, on what you do.
Coffee, alcohol, lots of food that makes you feel slovenly.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Fatty food,
Yeah,
things
it makes
like
you feel lazy, doesn't it? And in
Yeah.
some cases that can really affect your mind as well.
you know, people to continue to their faith, or even if something like light a candle or have a bubble bath or something small, like things like that to help calm your mind and like ease yourself.
Great one is exercise.
Yeah,
Exercise
exercise
is great
as
for
well.
releasing stress.
Yeah,
Like it's
it
really
is.
good.
And I found the best way of easing my anxiety with that was making a list of things I was worried about, a list of why I was worried about them, and a list of how I could change that. I think writing stuff down for me was fab.
All of this is just about finding whatever outlet is helpful for you. What is it that takes you out from that highly anxious state to just relieve? Just finding like whatever it is that soothes your soul in that way.
Don't ever be ashamed if there's something you like, if it's colouring and you think, oh, everyone's gonna think I'm dead childish if I'm colouring. Just whatever it is that you enjoy, just just do it.
There's no shame in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes you happy. Thank you for watching this episode. Stay with us for another episode next time.